The member for Waite.
Thank you, sir. My question is to the Minister for Road Safety. Minister, what measures is the government undertaking to combat reckless and dangerous hoon driving that is increasing in our community? And, sir, with your leave and that of the House, I will further explain.
Leave is sought. Is leave granted? Leave is granted. The member for Waite.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Many constituents visit my office concerned with dangerous driving on Kalara Road, Belair Road, Old Belair Road, James Road and other road passages throughout the Mitcham and Adelaide Hills. SA Police statistics from 2020 record 3,174 drivers were caught travelling at least 30 kilometres above the limit, including 637 clock speeding 45 kilometres or more above the speed limit. So what is the state government doing to counter these troubling stats and provide greater safety on the roads in my community?
Minister for Police, Emergency Services and Correctional Services.
Well, thank you, sir, and I thank the member for Waite for the question. Look, I do reject the assertion that these stats on the whole across the board across South Australia are getting worse. I think you'll find, sir, that in many areas the stats are actually getting much better. Whilst there's always more work to be done, sir, for example, if we look at one of the relevant stats, if we look at, say, lives lost across the board, every life lost is one life too many. When we look at what happened in the 2020 calendar year, lives lost were considerably lower than in 2019, but well under the 10-year average of about 110. So that particular reduction is certainly encouraging. There's always more to be done, sir, and we as a government, we've invested millions of dollars in road safety campaigns right across the board. I know that SAPOL's road safety unit, they work very hard and they continue to help drive the message home through what is a vast array of targeted awareness campaigns to make South Australian roads safer, sir. We also, sir, have seen that our recent, for example, rider safe training reforms will happen down the track in the not too distant future. This House, sir, just recently, we know, has passed graduated licensing legislation to make sure that we can do what we can to improve road safety outcomes from a motorcycle point of view, sir. This government has invested millions of dollars to make sure that we continue to work on road safety, whether it is in specific advertising or where it's through our Road User Safety Advisory Committee that meets on regular occasions, sir. There's a whole range of measures that this government is implementing to make sure that we can reduce serious crashes and also lives lost on our roads. We know that there's a whole range of factors that are at play here and relevant. In respect to the member for Waite's specific inquiries about particular roads in his electorate, however, I'm more than happy to go and visit the member for Waite, pay particular attention to those roads and those particular incidents. We know there's been discussion in recent times. I have met with the Commissioner, I have spoke with the Minister for Transport and also the Attorney General in relation to developing a suite of measures, if you like, for more high-end, extensively high speed in our community. So we will be coming back and bringing something before the House at some stage in relation to that. There is also a bill in the other place in relation to dangerous driving as well. So, but at the end of the day, it's incumbent upon every single person to do the right thing. Saying that, this makes the case for why we need these extensive road safety campaigns. So you noticed that SAPOL and I was at Adelaide University last week. We were actually in the morgue of Adelaide University, one of the buildings last week, whereby a very confrontational road safety campaign was launched, dedicated towards selfish drivers. So whether it is better roads, which I know the Minister for Infrastructure is working very hard to deliver, or better legislation across the board, which we're working together with the Attorney General, also the Minister for Infrastructure to deliver, but also those hard-hitting road safety campaigns, sir, we'll continue to make sure that we can do all we can. But in respect to the specific roads in the member for Waite's electorate, what I will commit to do is to make sure that I meet with the member for Waite. Let's look at some of those statistics and see what we can do to help.